Hello everyone, this is the last video for the spina bifida treatment. We will discuss about orthosis, at which level we can prescribe orthosis or when we need to reassess and change the orthosis. So first we are going to talk about lesion at T12 to L3 level. It will be in three parts: mild defect, mild to moderate defect, and moderate to severe defect. So first is mild defect. For this level preambulatory stage, we can use standing frame for the initially standing and standing activities. Then for the ambulatory phase, we have to assess the child around the age of 15 to 24 months and prescribe ambulatory bracing according to child's need. So first orthosis for the child is HKFO with locked hip and rollator for the initial ambulation. Now if the child learn walking with orthosis and rollator, progress to hips unlock, which means HKFO with unlocked hip and rollators. And when child get the better trunk control, for the prognosis you can prescribe the crutches. So crutches with HKFO. Now again reassess the child, and if the strength of hip is increased, you can prescribe KFO. So KFO with the crutches. Now this is the photograph of standing frame, and this is the hip, knee, ankle or foot orthosis. These are the rollators. You can prescribe according to individual child's need, either reverse walker or front walker. Now in this slide, child with crutches and HKFO and KFO. Next is mild to moderate defect for the lesion of T12 to L3 level. So same as previous defect, preambulatory orthosis is standing frame. Now for the ambulatory orthosis, you have to assess the child at age of 15 to 24 months. So first ambulatory orthosis is reciprocal gait orthosis with thoracics upright and rollators. For the progression, if child's trunk gains stability and proper strength, you can remove the thoracic upright, right? So it is RGO with rollators. Now next is weaning of the rollator and using the crutches, and choose the lower limb orthosis according to child's requirement, either RGO or HKF. So now what is RGO? So RGO is reciprocal gait orthosis. It is specially designed HKFO with lower trunk corset and a special mechanism. Hip mechanism in RGO designed in such a way that hip extension of one leg. So when child do extension of one leg, could assist the flexion of another leg. So these are the different type of RGOs. This is the RGO with walker. Now RGO with the thoracic extension. This is the orthosis. This is patient is wearing RGO with thoracic extension and walking in the parallel bar. Next is moderate to severe defect, lesion at T12 to L3 level. So preambulatory orthosis is standing frame. Assist the child when required and continue with the frame, standing frame. Then prescribe a swivel walker. So first ambulatory orthosis is swivel walker. Then reassess and for the prognosis, Argio with thoracic upright and rollators. Now you need to assess the child and change the orthosis according to child's need. But generally for this defect, child end up at Argio with rollators. So this is swivel walker, child in this swivel walker. So initially you can use swivel walker for the standing purpose. Next you can use it for the standing balance activities, and lastly for the initiating walking such as pivoting forward gait training. Now orthosis for child having L4 to L5 lesion. So first tell me, which muscles of lower limb will be spare for the L4 L5 lesion? So these are the muscles. Hip flexors, adductors and quadriceps muscle will be spare, right? So for the ambulatory orthosis you require standing frame. Okay. Now assess the child and prescribe the ambulatory orthosis according to child's requirement, such as RGO, KFO, AFO with or without twisters. Now provide the assistive divide according to strength of trunk and lower limb, either rollator walker or crutches. Now children with lesion at L4 to L5 level are generally ambulatory, except they are having associated neurological condition or increase their body weight, or they might be develop flexion contracture. Other than they are mostly independent ambulators. Now these are the AFOs. Next is sacral lesion. So it is most benign lesion and most patient are ambulatory with this lesion. So now tell me, which muscles will be paralyzed in the sacral lesion? So gluteus maximus, gastrocnemius and foot intrinsic muscle will be paralyzed. For sacral lesion, preambulatory orthosis does not require. Ambulatory orthosis, either AFO or SU insert, so minimal or orthosis. Then assistive device, initially walker or crutches, but generally not required. We can accept child to be independent ambulator. I hope everyone is clear with orthosis for the spina bifida. If you have any queries, you can ask in comment section below.